to thank you guys for taking the time to speak with me. This is a very exciting week with Mixtape premiering on Netflix. So if you could all just give me your names and the name of the characters that you play and a little bit about your character in the movie.
Okay, well, hi, my name, do you want to go first? Sorry, I don't know who goes first.
I can go.
Yeah, but you go first.
Okay. Hi, my name,
I'm sorry, this is what it's like working with 3 teenage girls.
No, it's good. I could tell that the chemistry for the movie, I'm sure, is going to be really, really natural. I could tell just by how you guys converse with each other.
My face already hurts from smiling so much. Okay, anyway. Hi, my name is Gemma Brooke Allen, and I play Beverly, the imaginative, quirky girl looking for her parents' mixtape.
Hello, my name is Audrey Hsieh. I play Ellen. She's a very fashion-forward, kind of confident girl who's best friends with Gemma and Olga. Beverly and
Love it, Gemma and Olga also. Now, hi, I'm Olga Petsa. I play Nicky, a very badass, for sure, toughy girl who pretends she doesn't like having friends, but does for sure, with a kind heart. Who's also best friends with these girls and their characters.
Very cool. I can't wait to see how this friendship, how it'll look on screen, because I could tell that you guys already have like a nice connection going and everything. It seems like you guys, talk so naturally with each other and everything.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
For
they
sure.
make it easy to talk to.
Yeah, I think we all just kind of clicked when we first met, which is very important, but very, very grateful that happened.
I'm so glad. I couldn't imagine anybody else except you guys.
Oh, same goes to you. We love the casting crew.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody was fabulous.
That's awesome. So that kind of brings me into my first question, which the movie talks a lot about how music lets us know about ourselves and can tell other people about who we are. So I was curious with you guys, if you guys could pick your own or make your own mixtape, what are some songs that would be on it? Or what's one song that you think would really help other people understand who you are at your core?
I personally love my 90s Mariah Carey. I love her. Queen, I love my R&B. I really wasn't listening to today's music a lot, but I love Heat Waves by Glass Animals, some Doja Cat, and some Mariah Carey, of course. Celine Dion, my 90s queens.
Sounds like you were all set for the movie with the music that you already were listening to, so that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I would definitely have. I do listen to some music today, like Olivia Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, some K-pop. According to my Spotify, I listen to a lot of J-pop though, so I would have, I guess, a lot of those kinds of songs on my list. I just like really fast-paced songs that's kind of just hits you in the face. So yeah.
Love it. One song that I guess 2 songs that I always like to go back to is one called September by Earth, Wind & Fire. It gets me to jam. It's a very great song. And also this more recent song called Time of Our Lives. I always listen to it with my brother, so it brings back those lovely memories. But honestly, I know it's very boring, but I listen to all sorts of music, so I think my 8 playlists say that I don't mind at all.
Same. That's totally me too.
That's awesome. It's so cool to hear how many people like different kinds of music, and it seems like a lot of people, they'll listen to a bunch of different genres and everything, and kind of a little bit of everything, but as long as it's good and it can make you dance and feel good, then that's great. That's kind of the best part about music. So I really love the way that this movie kind of shares that with people. And it makes me think about, or since you guys are fairly young, it makes me wonder, how has your music taste changed over time? Would you say that in the past 5 years or so, maybe you liked a different type of music? or even the past year or so, any music that you've discovered that you like?
I would say probably 10 years ago, I was pretty much in love with Justin Bieber. That was totally my phase. I was 3 years old, like in the car seat, like singing Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber. I know that sounds really strange, but it's the truth.
I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of like 3-year-olds in the car seat listening to like Katy Perry, Justin Bieber. So
I don't know, something about it. And I'm a 2008 girl, so I feel like those were pretty big in that time. So basically Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber were just like my go-to. Also, there's this one song, Zendaya's song that I was obsessed with called Replay, I think it's called.
Right.
My parents had to repeat that so many times in the car. They're probably so sick of it. But anyways, that was definitely my go-to as a 3-year-old.
I definitely kind of had a little bit of an emo phase in middle school. For context, I'm a senior in high school right now. But I basically only listen to Melanie Martinez, and I still do listen to her music because it's pretty good, but it's very edgy. So I definitely went through a little bit of a transformation there.
That's funny. I mean, very cute. Very cute. I think when I was younger, I definitely listened to most songs that my brother listened to, because he always had and still does have very good music taste. And so I still listen to those songs that I would listen to, 5 years ago plus. But I do think that more recently I really fell in love with older songs. So 90s, 80s, 70s vibes. Just, I don't know, the way everything is in those types of songs, they just tell you the entire story, and that's always really nice to listen to. So I think that's my type of song. Yeah.
That's great, and I'm excited for everyone to see how the music in this movie is going to tell the story. And since you guys are all actors and storytellers, another person that I want to ask you about was Julie Bowen, who was also a storyteller who's also in this movie. So what was it like to meet her and to work with her and getting to know her?
Can words even describe? No, she was like the best movie partner that I could have asked for. She was like, she never failed to make anyone laugh. She was so hilarious, so sweet, and so incredibly supportive and really good, amazing actress, really great at her job, super hilarious. And she always, I don't know, she was very mother-like to me too. Like, not a grandma. She's way too young to be
Yeah.
a grandma. But yeah, she was just amazing and so funny and so sweet and supportive, and a phenomenal actress and the best very, very young grandma that I could have asked for.
Well, Olga and Audrey, since Gemma had most of her scenes with Julie Bowen, or had most of the scenes with Julie Bowen in the movie, did you guys also get to know her and work with her?
Yeah, we did a bit. I remember there were a few scenes that I had with her, a couple there, and on and off screen she was just so hilarious, really funny, really heartwarming. Like I said, she was very mother-like. I remember I sat down, because I was taking a break, and I sat down next to her, and she just started talking about college. We had a long discussion about what college I'm going to and all that stuff. So it was very nice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I didn't have many scenes with her, but I remember before I even met her, when my mom told me that Julie Bowen was going to take part, I was Claire from Modern Family? That was my immediate reply. But after I met her, I mean, I remember she complimented me in the first 5 minutes she spoke to me, and just on and off screen, as the girls were saying, so funny and sweet and really, really a great actress to work with. I mean, I feel I learned so much, even though I didn't do much with her, but I was I still got to see how she works, so it was really incredible. Plus everything they've already said, for sure.
That's so great. So since she, like we said, not a grandmother age, but she's obviously lived through the Y2K era that this movie takes place in. So I'm kind of curious about how much did you guys know about that late 90s Y2K era before going into this movie? It sounds like Gemma kind of was familiar with the music from that time already.
Yes, my parents lived through that, obviously. I mean, barely. They're pretty young parents. But, yeah, sorry, Mom and Dad, no. But, I remember them telling me about the 2000s before the movie, so I definitely knew about it, and about how, like, everybody was so scared and they thought all the computers were gonna shut down and stuff, and how some person they knew, like, ordered a bunch of gas masks or something ridiculous like that. And totally freaked out. And then, of course, before actually shooting the movie, so I'd be like understand it more for the script and auditions and stuff, they refreshed me, of course. And my mom has still had mixtapes in the garage, so I actually listened.
Method acting.
What?
Method acting. You were living the story already.
Yes, I ate the Spam too. Method actress. No regrets. Method actress. But yeah, so that was great. And I definitely did know about it a little bit, Y2K. So my parents had told me about it for sure.
Yeah, I knew about the music because, my mom and dad growing up kind of in that era a little bit. They did listen to a lot of that music, so it kind of translated over to what I listened to, although I never really grew kind of too deep into that kind of music. But besides that, I didn't really know too much. I mean, I watched Stranger Things. So that's about what the extent of my knowledge of 90s related stuff. Stranger Things is 90s, right? It is.
Yeah, late 90s.
Okay, sweet. I'm not wrong. Hey, I just want to confirm my facts.
Well, I think Stranger Things is kind of like late 80s, early 90s.
Stranger Things is late 80s.
It's close enough. I also ate the Spam, like Gemma said. So.
Spam is eternal. Spam is like that bonds the generations.
Spam
is iconic.
We love it. It honestly made the movie, I think.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, things. It's the little things.
It is exactly. For me, I obviously wasn't born during that time, so I wasn't too familiar, but if I did have any questions, I was able to ask my parents. Not gonna say too much so they don't get mad. No, I'm kidding. But no, again, if I had questions, we have the internet, so I could look up anything that I needed to personal about that time and whatever for my own work. But again, with the music, I was for sure, like Gemma, familiar with it. But with the entire situation of Y2K and the computer shutting down and everyone freaking out, that I knew about it, but I just seeing Julie portray that in the movie, I think she did a really great job just showing that panic. So it's interesting. It's cool. Yeah.
We're all really excited for everyone to see Mixtape on Netflix.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm really excitement and joy. I'm just so excited. It's so surreal. Like, I've dreamed about this my whole life. I'm so excited for everyone to see.
And it's
touches a lot of people.
I mean, it's coming out in not in many hours from now. So it's
almost there. Well, congratulations, all of you, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.